Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. This is Miss Sidra Iqbal, course instructor and the visiting teacher of the Department of History and Arts, Division of Arts and Social Sciences, Pinkrore Campus, University of Education, Lahore. I am here with the series of Foreign Policy of Pakistan for the program of Masters of History, which course code is HIST 4116. So today we are going to discuss the second lecture of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. We discussed first lecture on this topic, in which we discussed the overview, member countries, when they became the member, what is NATO, why it was formed, and the structure and designation of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All these things we are discussed in our first lecture on this topic. Now we are going to discuss the second lecture on this topic, in which we will also discuss the different aspects. First of all, political and military alliance. Security in our daily lives is key to our well-being. NATO's purpose is to guarantee the freedom and security of its members through political and military means. The means are political and military. First of all, political. North Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO) promotes democratic values and enables members to consult and cooperate on defense and security related issues to solve problems, build trust, and in the long run prevent conflict. Military. North Atlantic Treaty Organization is committed to the peaceful resolution of disputes. If diplomatic efforts fail, it has the military power to undertake crisis management operations. Uh, it has the military power to undertake crisis management operations. These are carried out under the collective defense clause of clause of North Atlantic Treaty Organization's founding treaty. Article 5 of the Washington Treaty, or under a United Nations mandate alone or in cooperation with other countries and international organizations. Collective defense. North Atlantic Treaty Organization is committed to the principles that an attack that an attack against one or several of its members is considered as an attack against all. This is the principle of collective defense, which is enshrined in Article 5 of the Washington Treaty. So far, Article 5 has been invoked once in response to the 9/11 terrorist attacks in United States in 2001. अब इन्होंने कलेक्टिव डिफेंस में आर्टिकल 5 जो है वो वाशिंगटन ट्रीटी में भी इंश्राइन किया। आर्टिकल 5 क्या था कि 9/11 में जब टेररिस्ट अटैक हुए थे यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स पर, तो उसके रिस्पॉन्स में जो है वो आर्टिकल 5 बनाया गया। Decisions and consultations. Decisions and consultations. Every day, member countries consult and take decisions on security issues at all levels and in a variety of fields. अब हर दिन जो था, जो मेंबर कंट्रीज़ थी वो कंसल्ट भी कर सकती थी ऑन सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज, और कोई अगर ज़रूरी हो तो वो एक्शंस भी ले सकती थी सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज पर एट ऑल लेवल और इन अ वैरायटी ऑफ फील्ड्स. A North Atlantic Treaty Organization decision is the expression of the collective will of all 30 member countries. Since all decisions are taken by consensus, hundreds of officials as well as civilian and military experts come to North Atlantic Treaty Organization headquarters each day to exchange information, share ideas, and help prepare decisions when needed in cooperation with national delegations and the staff at NATO headquarters. Operations and missions. North Atlantic Treaty Organization is an active and leading contributor to peace and security on the international stage. Basically, North Atlantic Treaty Organization is an active and leading contributor to peace and security on the international stage. It promotes democratic values and is committed to the peaceful resolution of disputes. However, its diplomatic efforts fail. It has the military capacity to undertake crisis management operations alone or in cooperation with other countries and international organizations. NATO is an active and leading contributor to peace and security on the international stage. It promotes democratic values and is committed to the peaceful resolution of disputes. However, its diplomatic efforts fail. It has the military capacity to undertake crisis management operations alone or in cooperation with other countries and international organizations. Highlights: North Atlantic Treaty Organization is a crisis management organization that has the capacity to undertake a wide range of military operations and missions. Approximately 20,000 military personnel are engaged in North Atlantic Treaty Organization operations, and approximately 20,000 military personnel are engaged in North Atlantic Treaty Organization operations and missions around the world, managing often complex ground, air and naval operations in all types of environment. With the outbreak of COVID-19, North Atlantic Treaty Organization is ensuring that the deployed personnel are protected from the ongoing pandemic Currently, North Atlantic Treaty Organization is leading operations in Afghanistan, Kosovo, Kosovo and the Mediterranean. In 2008, North Atlantic Treaty Organization initiated a training mission in Iraq, which aims at developing the capacity of Iraq's security forces, its defense and security institutions, and its national defense academies. North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO is also supporting the African Union and conducting air policing missions on the request of its allies. Furthermore, NATO is assisting with the NATO is assisting with the response to the refugee and migrant crisis in Europe and has Patriot missiles and Avok aircraft in Turkey. It also carries out disaster relief operations and missions to protect populations against natural, technological, or humanitarian disasters. While neither an operation or mission as such, North Atlantic Treaty Organization is supporting civilian efforts to fight the COVID-19 pandemic in member and partner countries by transporting medical personnel and critical supplies, helping with the construction of field hospitals, and providing support for local authorities where North Atlantic Treaty Organization troops are deployed. The tempo and diversity of operations and missions in which North Atlantic Treaty Organization is involved have increased since the early 1990s partnership. 40 non-member countries work with North Atlantic Treaty Organization on a wide range of political and security related issues. These countries pursue dialogue and practical cooperation with the alliance, and many contribute to North Atlantic Treaty Organization led operations and missions. NATO is also cooperating with a wide network of international organizations, partner countries do not have the same decision making authority as member countries. Conclusion. I hope you can understand now. We are here to conclude this topic of two lectures. The United States and 11 other nations established the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, a mutual defense pact aimed at containing possible Soviet aggression against Western Europe. North Atlantic Treaty Organization stood as the main United States-led military alliance against the Soviet Union throughout the duration of the Cold War. Thank you so much. Students, if you have any problem while listening the lecture, or if and you have any question, you can ask me anytime. Khuda Hafiz.